So we're going to look at question 7 now. You could be able to see it on your screen. I like to sketch these things out anyway. I think it's really handy to do that. Now we've got to find the area in here and in here. And so it's two separate things, because this area, if I worked it out, it would come as a negative answer. An area isn't a negative, it's just a value. So I've got to work out these two separately, but I therefore need to determine that point, that root, that root. That root's already been given as A. How do I determine these two? Well, if you actually look at the question, it tells you that y equals 5 minus x bracket x minus 1. And that's really good, because that tells me that must be the value of 1 there. That must be the value of 5. And so what I've got to do is I've got to work out the area between 1 and 5 of this function. Let's multiply this out. I get minus x squared, 5x plus x, so it's plus 6x, and minus 5 dx. So I get that. And then I'm going to add the modulus value, and this is between 5 and a of that same function. And I'm told that this all equals 19. So that's what I've got to do. Now, we've got our lovely calculator here, so that would work out that area really neatly. So if I just do that very quickly, these are really good calculators. I've got the integral button there, so I'm going to put this function in. Got to remember where my x value is there, so it's negative x squared plus 6x take away 5 close bracket, and the limits are 1 and 5. It's just incredible. That's incredible nowadays. 32 over 3. So I know that this area here, that area there, is 32 over 3. Now I've got to integrate this bit here, so that I'm going to do in this section here, because I don't have a definitive value of a there. So if I integrate that, I get negative x cubed over 3, x squared, so it's x squared over 2, so it's 6, so it's plus 3x squared minus 5x, all the way between 5 and a. So now I know that if I add that with this, I get 19. So what I now need to do is put all this in, put 5 into there. So if I then put 5 into there using my calculator, I get minus 125 over 3. And then 5 squared is 25, times by 3 is 75, minus 25 is 50, so add 50 to that, and I get 275 over 3. Okay, and again, just always do check and double check, because I could always make mistakes. So it's minus 125 divided by 3. The calculator doesn't like the minus sign you see here, plus my 50. Then I notice, yeah. So always be careful with the negatives, because they're the things that can fool people. And it just didn't seem right, did it? So that's that area. Now I need to put a into that. And then I had to say it is the area of that plus area of that equals 19. So let's tidy things up. I've got space down here just to do that. So I get 32 over 3 minus, I'll say plus, the modulus of whatever happens here. So just get everything right in the right order, because that is the key to answering this. And then minus 25 over 3. Boom. So that's key, because we know that equals 19. So let's tidy it up here, and we can see what's happening. key thing to this is where a lot of people may have made mistakes. This area, if I did it, becomes a negative. So I'm going to multiply everything here by -1 to make it a positive. So I end up with plus 25 over 3. And then I'm going to times all of this by -1. So I get plus a cubed over 3 minus 3a squared plus 5a equals 19. And that's a bit of a step into the unknown. Now, if I work this out on my calculator, I come out with 19, and that equals 19 there. You know you're on a good track, because you know that this means that this equals 0. Times everything by 3 to get rid of that. I don't like fractions, so I get 3a cubed minus 9a squared plus 15a equals 0. I know that a can't be 0. I know that a can't be 0. Or sorry, a can equal 0, and that gets rid of that. But that I know, if you look at the question, it can't be 0. So therefore, divide everything by a, and you get 3a squared minus 9a plus 15 equals 0. And then what can I do here? I can divide everything by 3. Can I divide everything by 3? Why don't I do that there? Oh, silly me. See, this is rushing it. This is what happens when you rush. You need to slow down, Simon. So there we go. Okay, we can make really simple mistakes, can't we? And we have to be careful about that. So here we go. Put that into my calculator. Again, it's really powerful, these calculators nowadays. So it's a polynomial, degree 2. Put 1, my first coefficient, -9 as that coefficient, and 15 as that coefficient. Press my equals, and I get 9 plus or minus root 21 over 2. Now I get to this point here. I know that if I did square root of 21, which is roughly about 4.5, I get 9 take away 4.5, which is about 5 over 2, 2.5. I know it can't be 2.5 because the roots, the lower root was 5, so it has to be the higher value here. So it's going to be 9 plus root 21 over 2.